One of the arguments I will never agree with that so many people try to use is that YouTube is a job. So I figured in this video, I would explain why it isn't one. YouTube does not provide the benefits that a job does, a stable income and health benefits, for example. A job cannot demonetize you. YouTube can. If you get fired from your job, you can get unemployment checks. You don't get unemployment if your YouTube channel gets terminated. It's not wise to put all your eggs into the YouTube basket. I think it's great that you can make some money for doing something as simple as what I'm doing right now, talking into a microphone for a few minutes and clicking a few buttons. But it's not a job. And for the people that treat it like one, for those viewers, I just have to say that you're feeding a bottomless pit. These YouTubers will feel like they're now entitled to getting money from you. Their lifestyle has changed, and it'll keep getting more and more expensive. It'll never be enough. But what happens when that suddenly all goes away? Do these people have a retirement plan? Is there to rely on their backlog of videos? And what about the people that have dedicated their entire channel to one product or company? What happens when said product or company is gone? People aren't interested in hearing anything else from you because they're used to coming to your channel to hear about a particular product or a particular company. Look at all the channels that are built around the Nintendo Switch. When interest fades or there's a slow news week, time and time again, we begin to see the results of it. Clickbait and misleading content. Isn't that against the terms of service on here? Seems like there's a very fine line between what YouTube considers misleading content and what it doesn't. What if one day YouTube decides to get more strict about that? And for the fanboy channels, let's use Nintendo Switch channels for an example, what's going to happen when there's no more Nintendo Switch, or worse, no more Nintendo? Think it can't happen? Look at what happened to Sega and Atari. I don't think we'll always have Xbox or PlayStation or Nintendo in the same way that we have now, at least not forever. I don't think YouTube itself will be around forever either. Some people will say, oh no, it's so popular, it'll be here forever, it's too big to fail. Yeah, why don't you tell that to Blockbuster or MySpace? The point is, make what you can from this, but don't make the mistake of putting your faith into this website. Some people will argue that this could happen anywhere, at any place. Any place could shut down and you're suddenly out of a job. And that may be true, but you have experience, and you can get unemployment as a parachute to give you time to work someplace else. If YouTube shuts down and you haven't worked a job in 20 plus years, and you are now over 50 years old with little to no job experience, who's going to hire you? I was listening to a YouTube channel the other day called Revenge of the Sis, and one of the hosts told a story about how he was at the bar and was talking to this one chick, and she asked what he does for a living. And he says that he does an online podcast. He didn't want to tell her that he's a full-time YouTuber, because it's embarrassing. Society doesn't look at a full-time YouTuber in nearly the same way as someone who's an actor on TV or a radio show host. Now, yes, times have certainly changed a lot over the last 15 years, but I'm not sure if this will ever be considered a real job. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Have a nice night.